Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a Distress Oxide Ink stamped and smooshed watercolor Christmas card, so let's get started. I'm using the Winter Watercolor Floral set, and first I ink up the flowers with Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide Ink and the berries with Festive Berries. I spritz the ink once or twice with water and then stamp them onto Distress watercolor cardstock. I repeat the process once more to get a solid inking. Two of the flowers are inked with Festive Berries instead of Worn Lipstick for even more contrast. Next, I apply a tiny bit of Festive Berries Distress Oxide Ink to the center of the flowers, spritz it with water, and use a baby wipe to soften the ink edges. Then I stamp it over my pink flowers. I decide that the Festive Berries didn't have quite enough contrast, so I repeat the process with Aged Mahogany Distress Oxide Ink. I stamp the flowers and berries on several sheets of watercolor cardstock, so I have a variety to choose from later. Next, I stamp the leaves and foliage from the Winter Watercolor set. I use Uncharted Mariner and Chipped Sapphire with spritzes of water to soften the edges. Once I finish stamping all the flowers and leaves, I let the panels dry completely and then die cut them with the coordinating dies. Next, I take a piece of scrap stamp packaging and randomly smush Uncharted Mariner and Chipped Sapphire Distress Oxide Ink over the plastic. I spritz the plastic thoroughly with water and shimmer spray, and then use my finger to blend the colors and get rid of any harsh lines. I carefully turn the panel over and press it to a piece of watercolor cardstock. I let the ink soak in for a few seconds before lifting the plastic. Then I dab spots of ink around the panel until I'm happy with the coverage. You could use acetate for this, but I like the stamp packaging because it's not as sturdy and gives me more ability to control the ink. I let the panel dry and then splatter it with white gouache. Once the gouache is dry, I arrange my florals on the panel. Off camera, I die cut a few pine sprigs from the Lovely Layers candy cane die set from gold glitter cardstock and tuck those around the flowers. I use a piece of press and seal and press it over my arrangement. This allows me to lift up the entire arrangement all in one solid piece. I apply A2G adhesive and liquid glue all over the back of the arrangement, and then carefully lift the plastic and adhere the arrangement to the Distress Ink smooshed background. I carefully pull up the press and seal and then use liquid glue to adhere any loose bits like the berries. Next, I splatter the entire panel with metallic gold paint and let it dry. While it's drying, I stamp a sentiment from Holiday Blooms onto black cardstock and heat emboss it with gold embossing powder before die cutting it with the coordinating die. Once the panel is dry, I adhere it to a top-folding card base and add the sentiment with foam mounting tape to finish the card. I love the loose and relaxed look of this card, and I also love that I could never quite repeat the same design, as the backgrounds will always be a little different. I have flowers and foliage left over, so I think I'll ink smush a few more panels to use them up. And that's it! You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below or over on my blog. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you're notified the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in, and until next time, have a fantastic day and happy crafting. Bye!